Hey, it's Kennedy. It's your girl Kennedy, a whole single. And I just want to stop in today and send you this video of love and just thank you. I want to thank all my subscribers, all of those that just, when I go on live, you're there all over the states, all have some people in other countries. I want to thank you. I really do because you are what keeps me praying and meditating and asking God what to tell the people. What is it what's the message for me? There are a lot of messages, but what is the message for me, for the people today? And I just want to tell you, and if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. A whole single. This is about empowerment for men and women. This is about being a whole single. This is about lacking nothing, calling on the strength of the Lord, and just being love to life. Not being live to, no, it's being love to life because we were created by love to love. And that's what we're here for, to love. So, anyway, let's get into today's episode. Okay. So, I get emails, I get letters, I get messages about, just about different things. And so today I picked one from a sister over in California. And she wrote to me a nice, beautiful email. And I was just like, I had to respond to her. And I said, God, I think this may be something the people need to hear. Like this is not just for her. This is for all that may need to hear this word. Okay. She was talking about um, when she is out in public, and she's like the men that are attracted to her, the men that are attracted to her versus the men she's attracted to. Okay, so we really had some conversation. We exchanged emails, and we did do we even did a FaceTime, and we talked about this because she really wanted some understanding on this. And I'm like, you know what? This is not a question just for you. If you have a question, have you ever been in a training class or something, and there's a question you want to ask, and you're like, I don't really want to sound dumb if I ask this question, or I don't want everybody looking at me if I ask this question. So you're waiting for someone else to ask the question, because most likely, if you want to know the answer, somebody else wants to know the answer too. So that's the purpose of this video, is that someone shared. We went to this information, and I said, let's share it with everyone. So with that being said, she said when she's out in public, the men that are attracted to her are the everyday, I call him the everyday brother. He work at the tire shop. He may work at the supermarket. He may, those grocery store managers make mean bucks, sis. So if that's what you're looking for or looking at, you may need to reassess that. But the everyday brother, the person that work at the restaurant, the waiter. And do you know these waiters? They know what they do, and they come in there and they looking good. They got their haircut. They looking fly because their personality, their charisma, their look, their charm is what gets them tips and things. So but you thinking, oh, he a waiter. Some things you gotta look. Your everyday brother ain't everybody everyday brother. They might be hey. But she was saying that the mechanic, that these are the guys that approach her, whereas she's attracted to the Joe Norths. If y'all don't know who he is, he in Fort Myers. He's a lawyer, married. He's married, beautiful wife. But he's a lawyer, but he's an everyday kind of guy, and he's smooth though. He's real personable. She's looking at the professional man. She wants this man that's in a suit every day, and he's appears to be power driven and highly motivated. She really didn't speak about the money so much, but as the look, the appearance, the stature, the influence of the man. I thought about a guy here in Birmingham, and he can call that he's still Claude Hauser. Claude Hauser owns a state farm in Forestdale. Married, beautiful wife. Claude is a nice looking guy, and he's a gentleman. He's very personable. he's an agent. He's a sure. I mean, you were salespeople. We're marketing people. This is what we do. He markets himself every time he walks into a room. So that's his. And she's attracted to that guy, but she's saying that that's not the guy that approaches her. The guy that approaches her is my everyday brother. So she was saying, well, how can she refine herself into being the kind of woman that the Claude Houses and the Joe Norths approach versus the woman that she feels that she is now, that she feels that she appears to be now, that draws the mechanic and so forth, my brother. So we went back and forth about it, and not back and forth in a negative way, but just throwing different ideas and different feelings and different understandings out. And I said, well, pay attention to them. Nowadays we have, just like this one, we have podcasts with everybody talking about everything. And I've noted there's a lot of podcasts with single men of different stature in the community, different kind of careers, different kind of, from music to the waste management. Okay. And they're on these different podcasts talking about what they see in as a quality woman. Watch those podcasts. That's what I told her. Watch those podcasts. And if you know of a woman or see a woman in your life, and whether it's at your church, in your job, and in just somewhere that you frequent or office that you go, you may want to ask, would you, be a mentor for me in my growth, in my refining of me. Tell the mentor what it is that you're looking to do and how you're looking to refine yourself. See, is that something they're willing to do? Because evidently you see that thing in them. So it's a compliment to the person, but see if there's something that they're willing to do. And so when I mention mentors, I don't need nobody telling me what to do. The mentors, they in every part of your business. But that's what they're in the part of your business that you need them to help you refine. If I have a financial mentor, I don't need to talk to my finance mentor about my love life. If I need a spiritual mentor, that spiritual mentor is going to talk about how the word applies to my life, but we're not going to be talking about finances. If we do, my spiritual mentor may tell me to get a financial planner to help me with my finances. You understand? So there are different ways people mentor in different aspects of mentorship. Okay. Y'all know I'm a big rebirth baby, grown baby, but my big brother pastor mentor is big on mentorship. My first lady pastor mentor is also big on mentorship, speaking with someone that can guide you into where, when she said, oh, I don't want nobody telling me what to do and all this, how to be or how to dress or how to live. And so I said, well, you know what? We're close to the same age, right? She may be a little younger than me, but I said, when you were little, did you ever look at the Jet magazine? Or did you ever look at Essence magazine? Did you ever look at Ebony magazine? Did you ever flip through and look at the way the models were dressed? Did you ever look through to see how they stood, how applied their makeup, how they, walked in the room or appeared to be on a picture? You were getting a mentor then. I tell you this story. I say it all the time. I'm the baby and the only girl in my family. I had two big brothers. As a matter of fact, today is my oldest brother's birthday. Today is April the 11th. And I believe my big brother just turned 61, and I know he's having a good time out on the beach or in the mountains or whatever he chose to do. God, I just thank you for my big brother, Joseph. But anyway, forgot what I was saying, guys. A lot. I just got lost in emotion about my big brother. But anyway, I said this to say, so as far as having a big sister or someone to look up to teach me how to dress or teach me how to apply makeup, I didn't have that. My brother taught me how to change a tire because he said his little sister wasn't going to be on the side of the road. And so, no, man, this is what my big brother said, my middle brother Lionel. He gave me car. He gave me my first car. Before he gave me the keys, he said, go change the tire. I'm like, what? He said, go put that spare on. He said, because my sister, she will know how to change the tire. She will not have to ask a man to change the tire. She will know how to do it herself. If she asks a man to do it, it's her choice because she just does not want to do it right then. So, but anyway, I looked at magazines. How else do you think I'd learn how to be a girl? How to dress, how to put makeup on, which I'm going to get back to my makeup, y'all. I said I was going a year. I've been over a year without makeup because I said I was going to meet my husband this year and I'm going to meet him without any makeup because I want him to see every flaw. But anyway, that's just me and that's my quest. But so we always had some kind of mentorship in our lives, whether it was through magazines, through the ladies I saw at church. I modeled my behavior after the ladies that I saw growing up. My dad's mom was the first lady of the church. We went to mission meeting every Monday night. And I sat there as a little girl, 4, 5, 6. I said 4, 4, 5, and 6. And every Monday night. And that's what I did. And I modeled myself after the church ladies. So we have mentorship throughout our life. We just don't choose to call them mentors. People that we watch. Some people, okay, I'm going to be like Pam Grier. I'm going to be Foxy, So listen, this is just a more serious aspect of getting a mentor to help guide you into that refined you want to be. To tell them, hey, look, this is what I want to do. I am attracting these kind of people. I see the way you walk, the way you move, and in a room, I notice who approaches you or who's looking at you or who's giving you attention. And that's the attention I want. But now make sure that's what you want, because arrogance can be an issue as well with certain type of men. And if you're not really strong in yourself, if you're not confident in your own self, that may not be the best person for you. You might need the mechanic that'll be a little bit more patient with your growth. So when we're looking at people, let's look more to who God designed us to be and who God designed for us, rather than just looking at the outside and how they walk and how they look and how they, carry themselves and who approaches them and their influence in the world and all of these things, and look at what are the qualities of this person that I have qualities are similar to, what would make us mesh into a great couple, okay? Because singleness is a good thing. Singleness I got all the time in the world to see about my family, to do the work of God, to minister to and be ministered to. Right now I'm enjoying this singleness journey. I'm enjoying refining me. I'm enjoying learning parts of me that would probably irritate me and getting rid of them. Finding parts of me that I just fell in love with that, well, I didn't know I was a little more sensitive to that. So let me just enhance that sensitivity. Or you pay more attention to yourself to be able to refine yourself. But if you feel that you want a mentor to help mentor, I looked around and I was like, there are 2 people that I have checked their swag, checked their creds, and I'm like, there are 2 people that I would love to be my mentor. One is Judge Lynn Toller. First, because we've gone through a similar situation with the death of our husbands, and I saw the way she handled it, and it was hard. It was rough. You could see it in her. But I love her growth. And then I love her backstory. I love the backstory before him and how she was a whole her. And that's what attracted him to her, because she was on her mission on her own. That's what a lot of most, driven people, whether it's a man or a woman, they're driven people. You see, because if you walk and you look and you carry yourself a certain way, that's a lot of time what they're drawn to. They see the influence when you walk in the room. Me, myself, it's the light of God, my countenance. His face shines upon me, and sometimes you're noticed for that light. It's not you. I'm not expecting. I didn't consider myself especially pretty or beautiful or anything like that, but I know I'm beautiful on the inside because I know what God created in me. And so it manifests on the outside through his light. So these are some things. Listen to your big sister, or little sister, or auntie, or whoever I am to you. And just know, we've been mentored to our whole life. We just chose our mentors a lot of time in magazines and on TV. So now, in this real life, you can get a mentor. My other mentor will be Gwendolyn Given. I love this chick. I love this chick. She is a senator from Alabama. She's running for mayor of Birmingham. I might have got her title wrong, but I know she's running for the mayor of Birmingham right now. And I checked her creds. I've looked and researched her. I've seen pictures from. I love this one because she is so confident that you may not know what bag she's gonna come out with that hair. And that's a confident woman that can change her hair that often because she like, I'm ready to shake it up today. Today, how we gonna shake it up? I love how she can talk to people, how she's in every circle, and she's amenable to things. I understand. I like her because of her strength, that she don't back down, that she like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it until the end. I love her for that. She like a female bulldog. If I was going to see, that would be my mentor for, hey, drive, determination. You can get it. Don't let nobody bully you. Let's fight. You can have this. If you want to be this, let's go for it. I love that in her. So that would be someone I would pick because of her drive and that's the part I want mentor to enhance, to flourish. So hey, whether it's a magazine, a podcast, or someone that you at your church, someone you know, someone that Miss Pat Lowe, beautiful lady, pastor's wife for over 40-some years, whatever. State Farm agent, first black woman agent, first woman agent for over 100-year-old company. Mentor. I worked with her. I love this lady. Her love and guidance and softness, it'll make you dig a ditch. You understand? So sometimes we need to get a closer influence in our life so that we can grow, so that we can be that, that person that you're aspiring to be, and you just maybe need some guidance to get there. Like I said, this is a journey, guys. It's not a race. It's not a competition. Your finish line ain't my finish line. I know my finish line is when I get the glory, when he says, well done. So in the meantime, I need to do is work down here. And in the meantime, I'm going to be a whole single down here because he called us to be his ambassadors. And who would send their ambassador out half-stepping? Who would send their ambassador out, lollygagging and it ain't right? You understand? So, hey, look to people in your world and check out those qualities. Because like I said, whether it's the congressman that's approaching you or the trash man, either man still has qualities they have within them, and they have qualities they're looking for in a suitable mate. So in either case, I encourage you to find mentorship and find guidance and get some spiritual backing as well on what it is that you truly desire, what qualities you have that will that you want qualities to match. I'm looking at the rest of this letter to see if there was anything else that we talked about that I wanted to address, but I think I got it. Anyway, guys, it's been real. I love you by the gallons. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This your girl Kennedy, a whole single saying peace, love, chicken grease, and why chicken grease? Because it's hot.